Hey everybody, welcome to the Jeff Head Memorial live stream. Talking Habs lost the Talking Habs family. We lost a valued member of our family, Jeff, GGR. We all know him as GGR or Jeff. He was my co-host on the podcast that I did for a while, and he was on many live streams here. And Jeff passed away 2 Fridays ago. I don't have all the details exactly, to be honest with you. But so we're here to celebrate Jeff's Talking Habs time with us. And I don't know how else to put it. I really don't. So I've written a eulogy that I've put down in a video form. I'm going to play that. I have some clips from our season ender video. I've got it's about 9 minutes of that. I'm going to play that there. I'm going to talk to everybody in the chat. And we're going to have some other guests other than Matt and myself will be here. And I know that Jeff's wife, Heather, is supposed to be watching right now. So, Heather, I just want to give you my deepest condolences and sympathies, on your loss and the time you're going through right now. It was very sudden. I think I'm still in a bit of shock about it and kind of hasn't sunk in, but anything I can do to help out any way that we can, just reach out and anything. And I wish all the best for you and Laylee. And like I said, anything Talking Habs can do, just reach out and ask. On that front, there is something everybody can do. And I am going to put this up here. I've got 2 links for it. So this is the GoFundMe. We've set up a GoFundMe. And if you want to donate to that, that's one link right there. That's probably the easy one to remember. I'll let that go for a minute. And there's another one. It's a shorter link with numbers. So we've set up this GoFundMe. People have already been donating. So if you'd like to do that, please head over there and do that. And all the money going into that will go directly to Heather, Jeff's wife, to be used as they need it. And it's a really difficult time, and we want to do anything that we can do to help out. So please do that.
Appreciated.
Yeah, anything, any amount, anything. So so that'll run there for a bit. Let's see who's here. It's a tough thing to do today. Daryl, I don't have the exact cause. As far as I know, it was a stroke. I don't know any more than that. Delaney might know. Delaney will be here a bit later, and he might know. Scotty, hey Scotty, rest in peace, Jeff. Shamir is going to show up very soon. Roger Delaney, hey Roger, very sad news. He was so young, 42 years old, and very young, and that's too young.
Lucas, I am going to link it in the chat right now.
From NHL Hockey News Reports, rest in peace, GGR. Bye-bye. It's hard when you lose someone. I just can't imagine for Heather and for Laylee. But, just for us guys here, I know for Hockey Junkie as well. Yeah, it's he had an impact on our lives. There's no doubt. Oops, I'm sorry, Matt.
I put a link to the GoFundMe in the chat as well.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go. Okay. No, you're not. I don't. Did it actually take? Oh, good. If it took, then because usually, awesome. So there should be a link in the chat as well. Huckle B, hey Huckle. Condolences to Jeff and family. Rest in peace. Slingshot. Jeff passed away 2 Fridays ago from. I don't know if I have it accurate. So when I can do that, we'll update that here. Bye-bye. Rest in peace, GGR, and all the best to his family. I just say it's funny. Jeff, I'm sure was positive. None of you guys liked him. And I used to always tell him, Jeff, you're wrong. You're wrong. I'm sure he was positive that. So I kind of hope you can see that, that I think people liked him. I know people liked. I told him that all the time, but he was so sure. David, hey David, rest in peace, Jeff. Talk to you later. Hey Phil. Yeah, it's in the chat. Sorry, I'm not reading these before. Condolences to the family and hockey community. Thanks, Franco. Good to see you. It's been a while. Hey, Hockey Junkie. Rest in peace, GGR. My condolences to his family. What a beauty the world lost. I agree. And you know, Jeff, Jeff and I had a bit of a falling out, as you all know. You don't know the details, but anyway. And in that time, I know he's what introduced me to Hockey Junkie. And I know that he kind of, I know that him and Hockey Junkie, had the similar kind of interaction. And I know he made a big difference in Hockey Junkie's life as well. So I know that we're both going through a very similar thing right now. He was a big part of my channel for a good while. And I know from what Junkie's told me, he was a big part of what Junkie was doing over there. So, he made a difference. He made a difference in some YouTubers' lives. That's for sure. That's that. I just want to go through these comments. Phil, rest in peace, GGR indeed. Way too young. Yeah, way too young. Petty. Give them what I do. What happened there? How'd that happen?
Technical difficulties, I guess.
Hockey fan guy, rest in peace, GGR. Phil, GGR seemed like a nice guy to me. He was a good guy. I didn't agree with him on everything. That's for sure. And seriously didn't agree on everything. But there's one thing even when there was a time that we were angry at each other, I would never say he was a bad guy, because I know we had many long talks. I know, even though I never met him in person, yes, but we had so many talks, so many nights. I know the guy. I knew the guy, pretty good, I think. So he was a good guy. Anyway, you're going to hear, I have something to play. You'll hear how I feel about it. Hockey talk is hockey talk, stays on the ice or couch. Right. I'm sorry, I'm blanking here. When I heard about it, very surprising. Hey, Slinksy. Hockey Junkie. We're all brothers, man, and we are. In the end, right? It's sometimes it's stupid shit that, we let get in the way, but in the end, that should be the truth to it. Harry. Hey, Harry. Rest in peace, Jeff. He was a great guy to talk hockey. He was a big guy on Harry's channel, too. He introduced me to Harry as well. To talk hockey with, he really knew his stuff. He'll be greatly missed. Condolences to his fellow friends and family. He will be missed. Thank you, Lucas. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Just donated for Jeff. Hope it helps his family as much as it can. Every little bit helps, believe me. And that link will be open for a while. So if you can't get to it today and you still want to, it'll be there for a while. Just write it down and you can go there. No worries. Hey, Jean-Paul. Condolences to all Jeff's family and friends. Rest in peace. I'm not sure when. I'm going to try to wait till Shamir gets here at least. Let's see when Delaney's going to. I have something I want to play. I've got some highlights from. I can't get it out here. From our season-ending video from last season. I'm going to play that for you guys now, if you don't mind, okay? Because I've got to get my head in the right place here. And this will allow me, and it'll give you guys another, hopefully not last look, because you can go check out videos that Jeff was on. They're out there. They're in my catalog. I encourage you to do that, not because I want the views, but, check them out. And let's remember Jeff as often as you think about it to do that, So I'm going to play this, and I am going to, I'm going to play this. So I'm going to bring it up. You can see my screen here. This is no, I want to play the right one for now. This is the clip video. So check it out. It'll play eventually, I think. Maybe my VPN's not going to let me do that. There.
I think I remember this. Yeah.
What happened?
No audio.
Hang on.
Before I got the green screen.
Raven! Timing's everything. Can you guys hear it? Raven.
Barely. Something wrong with the audio.
Something wrong with the audio?
Mm-hmm.
Hang on a sec. I gotta get my cursor over there. Okay. It won't let me. Where are the controls? I don't know what happened. It won't let me do anything. In my ears, it won't close. Beauties of a VPN. That's the beauties of a VPN. Ever since I got NordVPN, I got problems like that. So I wonder how I'm going to play what I want to play when the time comes. Kind of sucks. I wonder why it wouldn't play. All right, you guys can hear me, though?
I think they can hear us just fine.
Okay, I don't understand. And VPN's off. Hang on. It's disconnected. Is there anybody know another way to turn it off other than disconnecting it? It's disconnected. I'm still, I don't like NordVPN. Jeff, sorry about this. I'm closing it. Maybe that'll be different. Now I closed the window. Make a difference? I'm going to try it again. Let's see. Give it one more time because I want to play something and I have to play it that way. So we're going to give it a try. All right. Let's go back to it. I closed it because I don't know why. Did you hear it that time, though?
A little bit. It's a little bit louder.
It's really loud on my end. All right. Not much I can do about that. Technical difficulties, of course. All right. I'll stop sharing the screen for now. We'll wait till Delaney comes and Shamir, and then I'll try to play the other thing and see if we can get it worked out. All right. Sorry about that, everybody. We'll go with the chat. Phil said they hear fine.
They hear us fine. You and me right now, but the audio on the clip is a little low.
Okay. And then Lucas says the volume mixer. What's that? Where I don't know what I don't know. Yeah, I know it has to do because it's screwed up ever since the VPN. Raven, stop it. Ever since the VPN, everything is screwed up. So it has to be the VPN. So I'm sure that's what it is. It was very quiet, probably from my headphones. I don't know, understand. No, I had it loud. I had it actually pretty loud. So, what a timing for everything, eh? See, this is what I believe. That's our friend Jeff stirring the pot, making it difficult for me
I
right
was
now.
thinking the same thing.
I think
didn't
he's
want to say
having a big
anything,
laugh
though.
over this. That I'm struggling here right now. Yeah, I believe that's probably the case. All right. Well, we'll give it one last shot and see. If it's not any better, I'll see if I can adjust the volume. And then I won't try this again. Yeah, I can be really stupid sometimes. I just clicked on it and I forgot to share the screen, and now I can't find my cursor. I should share the screen first when I do that, don't you think? I think that would work. And we'll do that, share, and then I get over here and I'll click on it. And you guys got to let me know. I don't know. Where can I adjust the volume here? Where's the volume? Oh, here. Volume's up pretty high here. Yeah, that's what I got to do. I have to move it there. All right. Can you guys hear it? Can you guys hear it?
I can.
No better? Everybody out there? Is it any better? No. Damn. All right. Well, I don't know what's up with that. I don't know. It must be. I don't know why that would be. Anyway, so the good thing is the thing I really want to play. I'll have to read it. I didn't really want to have to do that in case I choke up. I'll read it, and it's not a problem. But I'm gonna wait till Shamir and Delaney get in. Okay. So I'm sorry. I prepared a little video of this with basically those clips behind it and some music. I would have liked to have done it that way, but I'll do it this way. And we're going to bring in Shamir. Hey, Shamir, how you doing?
Well, I guess. Well, I hope we were, would have chatted under better circumstances.
This is true. But this is true. Since that is in the chat, I'm going to take that off for a minute so that we don't block out Shamir. Yeah. No, listen, right? It's of course, but that's Jeff's way of doing things, maybe, right?
Yeah.
What do you have to do? He had to do this to get us all to talk again.
Well, it's. I guess one thing we could always say about him is that he had his unique ways of, just making stuff happen and stirring the pot, quote unquote.
Fits his character a bit, yes.
Yeah,
it definitely does, which is fine. That was the part we all loved about him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh hey, there's try unplugging. If I unplug my headphones, I cannot hear anybody or anything. With this microphone, I have to wear the headphones to hear. So yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna read it, and you know what? Here's my next theory. Jeff knew what I was up to and said, "Nah, you ain't getting away that easy. You're gonna read it."
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
That's what it is. That's what it is. He wants me to read it, and he doesn't want me to have done video, and that seems that seems right to me. Anyway, like I said, we'll wait for Delaney. When Delaney's here, I'll read this. It's a eulogy. I wrote a eulogy for Jeff because this is a memorial, so I thought it's something I should do.
He's still getting us to laugh our asses off.
I think that's how he would have wanted it, though. Anyway,
man,
I really think that's how Jeff. I know that's how I would want it, so I think that's how Jeff would.
And also how fitting, having this memorial stream on Leafs Habs game night as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought of that earlier. I thought if there was a game that's like perfect game to have this being done on, it's Toronto. It's honestly though, when I was looking at the week coming, I thought, that's like the right day because the Toronto game's going to be, all that excitement. It's our favorite game. Jeff loved the rivalry like I did. Delaney will be in a minute. So Delaney will be here. Yeah, so that was my surprise guest. I told you, everybody, there's going to be some surprise guests. The other two people, that's Luna. Luna wasn't able to make it, and neither was Pete. Previous commitments, so not much we could do. So they would have liked to be here, and we tried to get for everybody. So just didn't work out. That's sometimes that's the way it is. But Delaney will be here in a minute. So, and then I'm going to read what I wrote, and I hope I do Jeff proud, and I hope I get through it okay. And I know there's one person out there in the audience might join us still. I'm not sure, and that's up to the person. So we'll know if they pop up here. We'll know. I'm sorry if I'm kind of awkward here with this. I've never done anything like this before, so this is new to me. It meant a lot to me when I heard about Jeff when Delaney called me, and I just thought this was the thing I wanted to do to celebrate Jeff, and like the short time that I had with him, and I wanted to celebrate his time here on Talking Habs. It's kind of how I don't know how else to put it. So,
and there was also a very nice Facebook post during the week that was on Jeff's page by a certain somebody that we all have seen and are aware of. It's a very nice message to Laylee as well that was posted.
Oh, I didn't see that. I'm gonna go check
on
that
Jeff's
out.
page. Yeah, my jaw just dropped when I saw who had written that message. That was that. I mean,
now I'm absolutely intrigued by that. So, hey, there's speak of the devil. There's Delaney. Hey, Delaney.
Hey guys, sorry about that. A couple of teachers tripped the breakers in the canteen, and they didn't have a key to the panel box, so I had to run out to work for a few minutes.
Listen, life is the thing that gets in the way of everything, isn't it? So, all right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this now because, I don't want this hanging over. I'm a little nervous, so I don't want it hanging over me. I'm going to read it. So this is, it's some words I wrote for Jeff. I call it a eulogy. I've never written one before. I don't know if this suffices for one. But, here we go. Hopefully my dog won't bark through this. I will wait a second because there was a dog barked outside. So that's that's I'm telling you, man, this is stuff Jeff is putting me through. It just seems like
stirring the pot, even in the afterlife.
Stirring the pot,
keeping
me on my toes. He loved to do that. Okay, Ray, enough now. Come on. I don't know. Can you guys hear the dogs barking? This thing's supposed to pick all that.
Not anymore.
No, like it's going to go crazy. They're going crazy out there. So let's talk for a minute and we'll get to it. And I'll have to apologize again. Timing's everything. It's warm outside, so my windows are open, so it's even louder. So okay, it seems to have calmed down. Hopefully we won't get a serenade. All right, here we go. Tonight, we're here to honor our friend Jeffrey Allen Head, but we all just called him Jeff. We lost Jeff on April 1st, which in a way was an appropriate day for Jeff. It fits his character as I knew him, a pot stirrer, a man who would make you think about things, question authority, and keep you on your toes. Jeff was a mensch, a good man. He loved his family and lived for his wife and daughter, Heather and Laylee. He loved his family fiercely, his friends too, and he had empathy for others. Like I said, a mensch. Jeff was my friend, even though I never got the opportunity to meet him in person. I can't tell you how many nights Jeff and I would talk into the wee hours of the morning. We talked about hockey, but not just about hockey. We talked about anything and everything. We would laugh and joke around. We'd be serious. We'd debate, and more often than not, be talking with raised voices to the point you would think we were angry with each other. And you can just ask his wife, Heather. But we weren't. We'd say goodnight and not go to sleep angry, and the next day, be right back at it. I miss those nights. I don't really have the words to say how much. We were as different from each other as we were alike, and we respected each other's place in the world. I don't let a lot of people in close to me. That's just who I am. For some reason, when Jeff asked to get to know me better, I didn't really hesitate to say yes. Why? I don't really know. But I felt in my bones that Jeff was okay. And I was right. In fact, he was better than okay. He was Jeff, a good man, a mensch, and he became my friend. We had a falling out, and I missed talking to him for 8 months, a very long 8 months. And just prior to his passing, we were kind of in the process of starting to rebuild that friendship back. I'll regret losing that 8 months as Jeff's friend for the rest of my life. Time is short, and you never know when the end will come. Keep your family and friends close and live each day with them to the fullest, because you just never know when. Jeff, I love you, man. Rest in peace, buddy. I didn't think I'd get through that. Yeah, so that's how I feel about, that's how I felt about him. I'm shaking here. I'm sorry, guys. I just, I didn't think I'd get through that. He was a good guy.
He was. I spent many nights as well. Myself and Shamir and stuff talking to him. He was one of a kind, but he was my kind.
Exactly.
I tend to agree with him, so we just hit it off. And it's still a shock. Like
I'm still talking to him a few times a day. It's hard to imagine. I'm just gonna take myself off camera for a second, but I'm right here. It's gonna stay on. I'm gonna stop my cam for a second. I hope you guys don't mind. Don't stop talking.
No, it's nice to see everybody again. Unfortunately, given the circumstances. No, definitely stirring the pot is definitely the best way to describe Jeff. And not caring, like loving it, like texting you while he's doing it and going, group chat or the chat's gonna go crazy now. And he knew.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't want me to interrupt that.
Like myself, he had that comedian in him. He had no problem saying the thing that you weren't supposed to say to get that reaction.
True.
But one thing I've always thought of, and the reason why I liked Jeff so much, he was a character person. Like in hockey terms, he was that guy in the locker room, your two-way type player. I mean, he was so caring, but yet so passionate. Just who he was who he was. And if you didn't like it, well, that's too bad. And there's, in a world that's so fake these days, he was so refreshing. Like I always said, like he reminded me of Stamp, and getting on we have myself and him and Stamp have had a few FaceTime chats late on a Saturday night, and it's just like, holy crap, right? Like, you guys are the same person, and I love Stamp. He's my best friend, and I mean, so to see characters of Stamp and Jeff is completely the reason why we became so close. And to get the news last week and telling you, Shamir and Rick, it was so hard, because like Shamir, like we were like talking to him like a week ago before that, and I knew the group chat was silent, and I was just, like I said, so when I got up and I heard, it was, yeah.
As much as I'd like to think that, being that it was my channel and all that, and I was the driving force behind this group, but you know what? Jeff was probably a much bigger driving force amongst us than maybe we even thought, but he was a huge driving force.
Well, if you were the coach, he was the captain, so...
Definitely. That's a good way to put it, I think, yeah. But, I mean, he was a driving force.
Or if you were the owner, he was the coach.
Yeah. No, he was a big part of a lot of what I did here. Believe me, a big part. And more of a morally righteous guy than I think people might think, because he liked to stir the pot, right? So he'd say things that maybe he didn't really feel. So I think people thought he wasn't as good of a person as he was, but he was a good guy.
Oh, he was a great guy. And like, I mean, we all used to, after the game, I mean, it would be nothing for us to be on for an hour and a half, just talking everything, what's going on. And
yep.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Oh, easy.
So
with Jeff and I, sometimes it was just me and him say, that the game would end at 10. We'd be hanging up at 3 a.m, my time, 4 a.m, his time. So yeah, we had many. I'm not joking. Like, many nights like that. It's crazy how many. It's crazy how many.
And also, I see in the comments there that Laylee and Heather have logged in.
That's what I was waving to earlier. Hi, girls.
Comment. Yeah, my condolences to both of you. It's just I don't know what to say.
No words really. What words can? He was a good man. He was a good man. He loved his family, his wife and daughter, like, fiercely. Like, it's not a joke.
He's very selfless man. And I saw a comment earlier from the Trenton Fire Department, actually. And when I first met Jeff, and found out how, just how good of a man he was on the surface, I had a lot of respect for him. And then when I, learned more about him and got closer, and, learned about his daughter and, Laylee and Heather, and learned about his service with the fire department, I mean, my respect just went through the roof. He absolutely loved watching Laylee play hockey. And be a goalie.
My God, yeah.
And, I think he also loved being a firefighter. And I think that's one of the most selfless, kind of jobs you can do. And,
that's Heather, by the way. Sorry, keep going.
I just, from then on, I always held him in high regard. I always just thought he was an awesome guy, just a really awesome guy to hang out with. And, again, one of the reasons why I wanted to get involved here, and I'm not just saying that, but he just seemed like a really awesome guy to talk sports with, debate with.
And I thought it was all because of me.
And because that's something I love to do, and I love talking with Jeff. I'm gonna miss him. I mean, I really
am. Jeff's wife Heather says, "Thank you for doing this. We always heard hi." I'm not sure.
Yeah.
There's a continuation comment.
There's a continuation comment. Okay, good, because I don't want to. Oh, there it is. Yes. Heard him talking late at night. He was loud. Yes. He told me a few times. No, he told me a few times. My wife is making me apologize to you because of how loud, and she thinks we were fighting. We weren't. I can promise you this, Heather. We were not ever fighting, and we did talk loud. It sounded like we were fighting, but literally the next time we spoke, the next day, we didn't even reference it. It's just we just moved on. So, but I know he told me every time. So, yeah. This is my ex-wife here. I want to just put her comment. GGR, my condolences to you and your daughter. Love to you both. My ex-wife Louise has an understanding. She lost her father at 8 years old. So was really torn up when I told her the news. So just wanted to put that in there. We're gonna miss him here. I was actually oddly the Thursday, the night before he passed away, there was a game. I want to say it might have been the Toronto game the last time. Anyways, it was a game that night. And the thought crossed my mind because I hadn't heard from him for a couple of days, to maybe, get in touch with him, see if he wanted just to come on the intermission and say hi to everybody and talk about what, I didn't reach out, but I thought of it. It's just odd timing. I don't know. I'll always remember that. I don't know. I guess maybe I felt something. Here's Luna. Luna, hey, guys. Sorry I can't be there on cam, but this is an awesome thing you're doing. Thank you. Anytime. I mean, if you could, she'd be here. From Heather. Lately, I believe he is the reason the Habs won the other night. Although which night? I mean, yeah, for the rest of the season. Listen, there wasn't too many bigger Habs fans than Jeff, and as critical as he was, of things, but there wasn't any bigger Habs fans like that loved the team, and he loved Carey Price, which is why when I did the Carey Price video the other day, I made that memoriam thing because I wanted that on there because he was a big Carey Price fan, and he was my goalie guy. If I had a goalie question, I went to Jeff, and if he didn't know, he'd find out for me. So, yeah, I believe that, Heather, without a doubt. He's here. He's screwing up with he's making this harder for me to keep me on my toes. I'll believe that.
No, one thing I was thinking, I see that the GoFundMe has started. I was wondering if you would be interested in leaving it up for the last couple of weeks of the season, so
absolutely,
everybody then could have a chance to either throw in as much as they could, or
I already announced that. I mentioned it already, and yes, it's going
to late to the party.
There's no, no, I know that. No, but there's no. I didn't put an end date on it, and even if you do, as long as it's still up there, you can still donate. But I didn't put an end date on there. So yes, definitely at least till I'm going to leave it up there till there's no more action on there as far as any donations. If the donations stop for a while, then But yeah, I'm going to definitely leave it open. So that's why I say, don't worry if you can't and you want to donate today, but you can't. Don't worry, it'll be there for a little bit, so you don't have to worry. All right, so no worries, and all that will go directly to Heather when it'll go directly to Heather. So, yeah, man. So, I don't know. Let's just talk about some of the things. Well, I'm gonna say this about him to start off, right? Let's talk about him. Things you remember. The reason that Jeff was at all. I don't know if it was at all. The big reason why Jeff became part of this channel on my part and why I wanted him around is, and I'd like to know how everybody feels about this. First time I heard his voice, because we were texting for a while, didn't speak. So I didn't know what he sounded like. But the first time I heard his voice, I did a podcast where I had Jeff, I had Morgan, and I had somebody else on. We have 4 of us. So it was the first time I'm hearing Jeff. And basically Morgan was auditioning Jeff had kind of, with his membership, had won the right to be like, that's what you got for it, right? Morgan was auditioning to be my co-host. And as soon as I heard Jeff's voice, I said, this guy is, if you don't know this guy is Canadian by hearing his voice, then you don't know what a Canadian voice sounds like. And he just reminded me for some reason of Ken Dryden, when I hear him talk, like he just made me think of Ken Dryden. And I felt it as a Canadian, a very comforting voice to hear on the radio. So I was immediately drawn to Jeff that way. That's why we got to start working together. And then, I mean, we just spent so much time talking that we became friends, and I know so much about him. But that's why, like, there was a Jeff beyond that one podcast. Was his voice was just so intriguing to me. I had to have him as part of the channel. That's really what it was. And then the friendship grew from there.
No, absolutely, Rick. Actually, watching at first, like Rick and Shamir sorry, that was the cat. Shamir and Jeff and yourself. I mean, I was like, I want to get on and chat with these guys, you know, and especially, I mean, Jeff, member of the KISS Army, so you know.
Yes, he is.
He was my brother right off the bat, and he liked the Habs, small market baseball, same political views. You know, it was like I said, it was. Well, some people just clicked, and like I said, we had a good thing going.
You kind of owe a lot of your being around and getting to know him to him, because when you remember we first had you on, we were having people on, so you came on. So you came on, you did well, and you connected with us, right? It was pretty like easy. So when you were off and everything, and we were talking after, he said, you know, Delaney, we got to have him, we got to make him a part of it if he wants, you know, if he said we got to do that. Kind of what we did with Shamir. Shamir was another one of the subscribers that I became kind of friendly with. I guess we were, you know, in chatting and always through the chat, and Shamir was always there. So me and Jeff were talking, and I said, Shamir's got to be the next one. We got to sort of bring into the fold, and that's how that. But Delaney and Pete, yeah, you guys, that's directly, it was Jeff's suggestion. And Matt too, because when Matt came on the first time,
I was about to ask that.
He fit in. Now we saw that he fit in. It was always Jeff's suggestion first about who you don't know how many people. He said, you got to listen to this guy on, you know, this chat, whatever, check out his video. He's really good. Maybe you can be part of everything. It was Jeff was suggesting people all the time for me to listen to and see if we can get something going with. I'm telling you, he was my manager. I said that a lot of times. Jeff was like my manager. He really was. So like, I don't play it down at all. Well, I don't play it down at all. He was a big part of what I was doing here. Once I got to know him.
He was like the Don King of all of this.
Kind of. He kind of was. He was like my promoter. No, but he used to go out on, and he'd put my video links. He'd go out into people's videos. He'd put my links. He'd do all kinds of stuff like that and promote me everywhere.
Yeah. If you're not picturing Jeff right now walking up and hitting somebody with like one of those like pimp cane type things. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he was my promoter. He really promoted me all over the place. So like, the reason probably I got to know a little bit Scotian Canadian, then he came on as well, was really not through Jeff. Like I had to do, and then Scotian reached out to me, but Jeff kept saying, you know, that about Scotian, because Scotian for me, and I hope, Matt, if you're listening, you don't take this the wrong way at all. When I first saw Scotian, I kind of felt competitive with him because we started around the same time. And I didn't get the stuff that he does. I kind of thought he was putting on an act, and I didn't get it. And Jeff kind of said to me, no, that's not an act. That's Matt. I mean, he says, I know so many people that are just like Matt. And so I thought, oh, okay. And then I started watching him. And then I kind of owe it to Jeff for that too. He kind of set me straight on a bunch of things. He was like my moral conscience. No, he wasn't exactly. He kind of was and kind of wasn't at times, you know. He's just a good guy. I don't know how many times we talked talk so late. I must have fallen asleep on him at least 3-4 nights where I would wake up and, everything would be off. And I'd be wondering, wasn't I talking to Jeff?
No, there was a couple of times
I
myself
fall
and Jeff.
asleep on him.
I remember myself and Jeff thinking that you might have fallen asleep a few times on us when I was on with you guys.
Yeah, because it was kind of late.
But I mean, that was perfect because Jeff never slept. I was working late, so everybody I know here in Newfoundland was asleep. So I mean, it was many hours past just talking.
Literally, we'd be doing the podcast, right? So I say, okay, let's get together. Maybe we'll record, right? So we get together, we talk till 2 or 3 in the morning. 4 in the morning his time. He has to get up at 6, and we didn't do anything for the podcasts. Okay, we'll talk tomorrow. And we did this 3-4 nights in a row until we finally did something. We just started talking, and the next thing you know, it was 3 in the morning.
Easy.
So, yeah. It was really easy talking to. He's just that kind of guy. He's easy to talk to. And like I said in the eulogy, that as different as we were,
Jippers,
we were quite alike.
So when everybody else in his house was getting up to to start having breakfast, Jeff was probably on his way to bed after all of the late night conversations.
He had to get up early to work. He didn't sleep a lot. He really didn't sleep a lot.
Yeah,
I thought I was bad, but no, Jeff was worse than me for insomnia, I think.
We'd almost wake up at least by 10 o'clock my time. I was having at least one good meme or something sent to me by Jeff.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing.
How he slept.
As another thing he did, that Matt is taking over that kind of thing, but not as, I have to say, not as good as Jeff, but Matt's not bad at it.
He's right there.
I'm saying he's pretty
If
good.
you want to say it, say it.
No,
Jeff
but Jeff,
to say it.
Jeff fed me stuff all day long. Anything he'd hear he thought of interest to the channel, he'd send it to me. So he fed me stuff all day long. And listen, I'm not saying Matt a few times sent me something and it's like, oh, I didn't know that. And I'm glad he did. And listen, appropriate for Jeff near the end for me and him in the last week where he had COVID, he was home. So that's how we started to kind of talk again, right? And one of the last things he sent me was crucial to my last best video, which was the video about Barron. I was doing the Barron scouting report. He sent me that thing about Crosby. And then he said, why didn't you use that in the video and in the title? And I didn't. I said, oh, whatever. And then I changed it, and it really improved. Like I got more than double the views. But it's Jeff that fed me that, and that really made that video. But he did that to me a lot. Now, Matt does that to me too, but not to the volume that Jeff did. That's all I mean. It's not a knock on Matt.
I'm watching you.
I know. Heather says he was a night owl. He was a night owl. Yeah. He definitely was. I wonder, is that when he ate a lot of his French fries? Because he told me he liked to make chicken wings and French fries at those hours. So I have a feeling that was when he did a lot of it.
There's been times I've been chatting to him like at 3 a.m. or whatever like that. And he's like, yeah, I got to get up in the morning now and drive to work. And he's like, yeah, get an hour, 2 hours sleep, just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I tell him all the time. Like, oh my God, it's 4 a.m. there. What are you going to do? Oh, no worries.
Oh, I know. Well, that's it. You do what you got to do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a lot like that too. I don't get a lot of sleep. Although I do a little bit better now because I fall asleep at my desk a lot and then I go get a few hours in bed. But usually I sleep 4 to 5 hours a night. If I'm lucky, 5 hours. So.
No, and I mean
we're similar that way.
The like my friend Stan passes his condolences along. He's gonna miss the chats because listening to Stamp and Jeff get on a good political rant, they had me in knots. Like, we were all Diagolong brothers.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I would. I'm sure
Like-
I wouldn't have enjoyed those conversations as much.
Rick, the three of us talking about that when the guy in charge of it all was being like arrested and stuff. And like being talked about in Parliament like it was a real thing. Oh God, it was just pure comedy gold between us because just like I said, we thought a lot, especially about like our leaders of the country and stuff. So
Yeah, that's you know what? In a way, I'm glad that over the last 8 months, with all that stuff that went on, that maybe that we weren't talking because I think we were really for a good while there. I think we were really on the opposite ends of that stuff. So
yeah,
I'm
but
glad,
you know, at the end of
I'm
the
glad
day, it's
because
not important.
but the conversations wouldn't have gone well because of the time with everything going on, the stress we were all under. I'm kind of glad I didn't have those conversations with you guys. I really
Yeah,
am.
probably wouldn't have been. Yeah, they were harmless. Shamir
No,
was
I
there
know,
for a
but
few.
it's,
He knows it was all good.
I
He
know, but
kept
it's
us in line.
politics. It's politics. That's one of the things. Religion and politics. You should not talk to people about that. You know, which Jeff and I did, and we argued, but we had this way of not being mad at each other after until I guess
It has to be
got
done
too much.
respectable. Like I mean,
It does.
myself and Jeff used to. I keep pointing the wrong way. It's like, yeah, that guy Shamir. Yeah,
There you go.
We gave him a hard time about like eating the Big Macs and stuff and everything. It was, but at the end of the day, we love him.
That's what it was. At the end of the day, even though we felt we screamed at each other a little bit. Yeah, we still respected each other. So we never, no matter what the argument, I think because the pressure of the situations around, it got to be too much, I think. But we never it never went past that argument that night. And the next morning, whatever. You went on from there, anyways, it was good. That was something I really respected about him, that he didn't hold any of that against me, and I mean I didn't hold any of that against him.
That was his character, though, and that's why we're all here today, because of the person he was. Like, you can have a disagreement and stuff, but at the end of the day, it's like we're boys,
That's where I get my regrets over the last 8 months, is that I should have been a little more relenting about it than I was, I think. So I hold myself somewhat responsible for that.
Hey, Samir, how are we going to get our Tucker Carlson updates now? Like,
it's true.
I never had to watch it.
He'd watch that.
Yeah, he would. I remember some, at least a few times where he had that on in the background on the TV, and the discussions that would start as a result of that. That was like a landmine that, stirring the pot the Jeff way.
Definitely. It definitely was. Yeah, listen, you had to love him for that. Yeah, you had to love him.
Shapiro and the Buzz, yep.
But just going back to the comment about the homemade French fries, I'm sure Jeff would have made a mean poutine as well. And, if he did, I would have loved to have tried that.
Yeah, me too. And his chicken, he said he made great chicken wings, so I would have loved to have them both.
Chicken wings and a beer.
Yeah. That's what I forgot tonight. I didn't go to the store. I wanted to get a beer to do that. I'm sorry. Anyway, this will do.
I was gonna pick some up, but where I was running late, I just said, "No, Shag, I'll go." I got.
Also, I think Jeff said that he liked Coca-Cola, so
he did. Yes.
If that's the case, then here's one.
Or are you just selling for Coke today? There,
yeah. We want to see. Are you getting paid for that?
You get that Coke money?
Yeah, a bit of both.
Right. That's my boy. That's my boy. No. Shit. No, it's good. It's good to be able to laugh and reminisce. And honestly, I remember when my best friend of my childhood stuff passed away, and as long as I keep telling stories, and as long as politicians keep doing stuff that is stupid, every once in a while, I know I'm gonna say, I wonder what Jeff would think.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah. As long as you,
You know,
remember
and-
somebody, they're never fully gone.
It is.
You know? That's what I say. So I know without a doubt here on Talking Habs, I mean, how can we forget Jeff? Because he was literally for, I don't know exactly how long. I'm going to say at least for a year. Jeff was a big, as much as I was a driving force behind what I did, Jeff was too. I ran everything by him. He ran all kinds of things in my direction. So, yeah, I mean, how can you forget somebody like that?
You guys certainly had a lot of back and forth through the chat before. I remember one time, I think during the juniors or whatever, or before the COVID shortened season was about to start up last year, that you had him on speakerphone on the phone during one of your streams there, and that's the first time I got to hear his voice and also the podcast. It wasn't until the first time you and I started chatting as well, through video chat, and that's the first time I got to see Jeff's face and know what he, and see what he looked like when we were all doing that chat. And that was like one of the first time that I got to join in on those chats until like 4 a.m. on a Saturday night.
I forgot. You know what? I forgot about that aspect. At the beginning, Jeff did not want to go on video.
Yeah,
he didn't want to go on the video, the channel for a while too. There was he did the podcast with me, but he did not want to be on live. I remember I'd forgotten about that he didn't want to be on the channel, and then it just started, and that was it.
And that was I think that was just before you ended up getting your StreamYards and started doing more of this kind of format and having other people on during the intermissions.
Well, it was the only way I was going to be able to have him. So that's true too. I couldn't have him. But he did not want to be on.
Yeah.
He was really hesitant when I got the StreamYard, but he was really very encouraging for me to do all that stuff, definitely.
Yeah.
But I forgot about the fact that he was a little bit kind of, not that he was shy of the camera, but I think he didn't want to take away any of the attention from me, I think is basically how he told me at the beginning, which was kind of dumb because I really wanted to have him on. You guys were all a bit of a crutch for me. When I was having it was a crutch. I was very uncomfortable still. And I just felt more comfortable having somebody, at least one, the more the merrier, with me, right? Where I'm not that way now. I'm not that way now. Like, I've gotten over that. But I mean, you guys were a big crutch for me is how it started. Is I wanted somebody else besides me there, just me. Yeah. And then I convinced Jeff to start coming on, and he did. And then one at a time. But yeah, you guys were a crutch. That's why when you guys weren't going to show up, you don't know how much when everybody would cancel some nights, and it's like, oh no, it's got to be just me. Yeah, I'm over that now though. But yeah.
And I think Jeff would also love Born to be a Habs comment there about Caulfield scoring a hat trick tonight.
It
would be fitting.
In Jeff's memory, definitely he's going to do that. I think Caulfield would have, if he hadn't already, started to grow, and I think he did because where did I ask him? I think I said something about Caulfield to him. Yeah, I think Caulfield was starting to grow on him a little bit. Oh no, it was in the chats. That's right. He was coming into the chats every now and then. That's true. So yeah, I think by the end of next season, he'd have been a Caulfield fan,
and would have bought a Caulfield jersey. I'm sure.
No, now that maybe not, because he's an American. He's an American. I don't think he'd have bought a Caulfield jersey, but I think he'd have said at that point.
No offense, Matt.
I was gonna say, out of all of us, that would have been me, because I live in the States.
No, but I think that
Yankee.
I think by the end of next season, he'd have said Caulfield's the real deal, and he'd be a fan. But he'd have been stubborn about it until Caulfield scores 50.
Well, and then
Or close.
would have found more caveats as, oh, how many of them were 5-on-5? And
Right,
this,
he'd have broken it down. It's true.
You definitely
That's
have the
funny.
stats, right?
Oh,
No doubt.
a little bit.
yeah. Lately says only a little bit of. I'm sorry. I lost why. Something I said. Something one of us said. Sorry,
Brandon
Laylee.
Caulfield.
Sorry, Laylee.
I think it might be referring to Caulfield and how he was growing on Jeff. I
Oh.
think that might be. I
Only
think that
a
might
little bit.
be.
Yeah.
But a little bit is a lot
Yes.
when you
Yes.
consider how he felt about it overall. So,
And now I have to carry that torch in terms of being the Caulfield critic. I think Jeff would have wanted it that way.
aha!
Well,
now we know.
I think those who know me in some of the Discord chats would agree with me on that as well.
Well, we'll be expecting that from you then.
Yeah.
When Caulfield signs his 8-year contract next season,
$63.1 million just to one up Suzuki.
I think it'll. Well, I mean, actually, my next video, I'm actually making a prediction on some of those things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to tip my hat to Jeff and tell him I told him so.
Well, I mean, eventually, some other big contracts will be off the books. So who knows?
No, but Jeff said there's no way he's going to sign long term. He's going to get out of here as quick as possible.
Yeah.
I say he's going. I always said no. He's going to stay and fall in love with Montreal and all that. So when Caulfield signs 8 years, I'm going to be thinking of Jeff for sure.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna look
there
straight
you go.
We will see. He might ask to be traded. Test free agency.
Or
Him
somehow.
and Suzuki are like this. I don't think he's going anywhere as long
He
as
ain't
he's
going anywhere.
on the team.
Not going.
Well,
anywhere.
I mean, Price and PK were like this, and that duo's been broken up, so you never know.
But PK didn't leave because he wanted to sign elsewhere, though. That's the difference.
Well, I mean, it's just in terms of somebody staying long term. That's not always the only factor.
No. I get it. You're right.
Yeah.
But I mean, he'll sign.
Circumstances
sign
always
8 years.
change. Yeah.
And not only that, in his second year, he's already taken a really good go from the French media for the first half of his season and stuff before they got Saint Louis, which I didn't understand because under Deschamps he lit it up last year, so it couldn't have been the coach. I just think he's an American, and we need more French Canadian players on our team. But I've been saying that since the 90s.
I don't think that's a very popular opinion. I don't think.
No, I think it was.
I don't think that's a very popular
opinion. I think
well, someone's got to stir the
honestly was benching him I mean, he's a rookie, and I think he was making rookie mistakes, and Deschamps was benching him for it, and he didn't like it. And I mean, I think that's what did it. Because I think if St. Louis coach at the beginning of the year, I don't think it's close right now. I think Caulfield's running away with the Calder. I really do.
I think every time Caulfield scores a goal, I think he just looks up into the heavens and says, "This one's for you, Jeff."
You know what? Caulfield has a really good personality and like that. If he knew about the situation, he would, as a joke, say that. Now, I don't know, since Jeff passed, maybe if Jeff was still with us and he knew about the situation, he probably would get into that. Caulfield has a good personality. I don't think he would be disrespectful, though, afterward to do that. But, yeah.
He lifted his glass of milk into the air as a good old Wisconsin boy, and before and says, "This one's for you."
Yep, and he'll laugh at you as he's scoring 20, 30, 40, and 50 goals.
Keep reaching for that rainbow, Caulfield.
All the way to the bank, he's going to laugh at us and all the doubters.
Probably when he does that.
Now officially, I'll take 25 a year from Caulfield. And if he gets any more than 25, I'm going to call it a good season.
Maybe, maybe he'll be scoring those 50 goals in a Ducks jersey or something.
Lightning, probably.
Jeff,
maybe we'll get Sheridan back.
They're stirring the pot for you, buddy. They're stirring the
Absolutely.
pot for you,
Of course.
Yeah.
Cole, if you're watching it, it's just those two below us. We love you. Me and Rick. Me and this guy here. We love you.
Yeah.
We're cool. It's just those guys.
Nah.
Come on the show.
See you later,
Let's talk about
Caulfield,
it.
bud.
Yeah.
It was nice knowing you. You can go.
There's somebody out there. They're looking for a name to call like this, the twosome, not the dynamic duo. I think it's Hockey Inside Out. They're looking to give them an original, creative name as a duo.
They don't deserve it yet.
Yeah, next
Call
season.
them the maybe line.
Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe they even do parody buddy cop show kind of things. Just with the two of them. Who knows? That's a good. Some people might think that that's a bit of a marketing. A good marketing ploy.
Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah,
Starsky and
something
Hutch
like that.
line.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We'll see. Anyway, I think they'll be together for a long time. I know deep down Jeff did too. I know he did.
Yeah, we got off that train.
Oh.
You were like, what? Next.
I'm the old guy here. What can you say?
Yes, you are the old guy. No.
Roger says, guess Caulfield's going to have a super season, I guess, next year. 61 goals.
One Delaney says that. What does the other Delaney think?
Right, there's two.
Yeah. 61, I'm not saying. I think that's, Matthews. I don't know. That's not...
And I think if Caulfield plays at the level he's playing right now next season, I mean, I think between 40 and 50. I don't think that's out of the question.
Me too.
Well, I think 40 was maybe something that was maybe like based on what we saw last season. People thought that 40 was doable if all the stars aligned again for him, that it wouldn't be impossible for him. But I thought maybe something like maybe 25 goals or so would have been more reasonable.
He might get 25 this year if he has a
he could, yeah.
So, to say that only 25 in a full 82 game
schedule.
He's
what, 2 or 3 away from 20 right now? I mean, I know there's not that many games left, but still, like...
Yeah, I think he has like 18 or 19 so far.
He's got 17.
Okay. Hockey junkie. Somebody get Delaney versus Delaney in an octagon.
You don't want that smoke, boy. You don't want it.
Yeah, hockey.
I've been in one fight in my life, so maybe you do want it, right?
Hockey junkie. I must have, had a few beers that night when I said that about Caulfield.
Yeah, see, Junkie says, Shamir, that you said to him originally in a secret message you don't want anybody to know the truth about, that he'd get 75 goals. So,
and I was saying that, and I was texting Hockey Junkie when as I was wearing my Caulfield jersey as well.
That's it. That's what he's saying, and it was a secret. He's busting you because it was a secret, previously undisclosed video that you're on saying this.
Exactly. Yeah. As I was unboxing something, I guess.
Oh, that reminds me. I still got to watch your video. I haven't been on YouTube, but with the little one with Erica and stuff. By the way, we went to a hockey game last night, and the goaltender's name was Sean Boner. Or I'm sure it was Bonnier, but myself and a bunch of the dads were, as soon as he came out and started circling around, we literally just all started cracking up like children.
How was it spelled?
You're asking the wrong guy. Bonner or was one of those.
Well, okay, that's a big difference, though. OR then is Bonner.
No, it wasn't Bonner. I think it was Boner.
Yeah.
All of us dads couldn't have got it right. You can look it up.
If it's an E, it's then but if it's an O, it's not. So, anyways, that's still
it wasn't important. Name. It was close enough for us.
Close enough. Close enough for guys. Yeah.
Well, let's just try and keep this family friendly. I mean, we do have.
I did. That's why I chose that word.
Yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna have to go because I've got to walk my dog and everything, and then I've got the game at 7.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think Harry Rice,
There it is. It's with an A, so it's
yeah.
it's Bonner. It's still Bonner. There you go. But it's
Eh.
okay. Bonner's good enough.
John Bonaire.
No, it's Bonner. It's not Bonaire because there's no I.
I
Is
think
he
maybe
American
that's-
or Canadian?
I think that's
assuming
maybe
he's
just a
Canadian.
Massachusetts, pronunciation of, of it.
Then no,
am I
but
right?
then it
No,
would be
you want to know what the
Bona.
Massachusetts pronunciation would be? It
No.
would be Sean Bona.
Bona. That's what I was going to
I
say.
don't
It's
know that
Bona.
last letter on the name. I've never heard that in my life.
It's
Bona.
chowder. It's chowder.
Chowder.
Frenchy. I'm not too
Chowder
Dominican.
made by Sean Bona. That's what it is.
Well, if we're going, all I want to say is
H2O, hopefully you're doing okay. Sorry to hear anything, but we'll have to talk about it in the game. I've got to get going here. Listen, I just want to say this on my end. We're going to miss Jeff a lot. I just, once again, I want to give my condolences to Heather and Laylee and offer anything I can do for you, that the channel can do, anything you need. Like, don't hesitate to reach out to the channel, and if you need, my email is there, and Jeff on his phone, my number is there, all that. So please don't hesitate. I wish you the best, and I don't know what else to say, really. I hope this was okay, and we didn't dishonor Jeff in any way. I hope. I think Jeff would have liked this, and I hope we all did him well. Anyway, you guys, anything you guys want to add?
Absolutely. No, seriously, my deepest condolences. It wasn't the way I expected to have a conversation with you,
No.
Heather.
Wasn't.
It truly was a great honor to get to know your dad. He spoke very highly of you, and as a dad, my heart goes out to you guys. Like Rick said, anything you need, or you just want to hear a good story about him, just don't hesitate. I really truly am going to miss him. He was a good friend, and he's a good guy. It's not fair, and everybody's here for you.
Yes.
So yeah, like Rick said, don't hesitate to ask or message or anything. Yep. Shamir, I keep pointing the wrong way. I'm not going to figure this out anytime soon. Sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to pass along my condolences to you, Heather and Laylee. It's I just don't know what else to add that hasn't already been said. Jeff was just, he always had a big presence in the room whenever he would be chatting with us like this. It was just, he was just always such a fun guy. And I just regret not being able to meet Jeff in person. But it's, again, it's just, if you two ever need anything, I'm on his Facebook as well. So just, don't hesitate to reach out if you ever need anything.
The only thing I can say, Laylee, is your dad was a man of character. If you could take anything from him, always stand up for what you believe in.
Yeah. Yep. Yep, definitely
that. Don't be afraid to stand alone, because that's character. And your dad had it in a boatload. And I will truly, truly miss our friendship.
Yeah. He's going to be missed here. He's going to be missed in all our lives. Matt, you want to add anything before we go?
Yeah. I just want to say condolences to you, Laylee, and Heather. It still stings. It's going to sting for a while. I do also want to say, Laylee, keep playing hockey. Keep doing what you love. Keep playing hockey. He's going to be watching over you every single game, every single practice.
Yeah, you can believe
goalie
that.
girls rule.
Yes. Yes. Yes, without a doubt. All right. I want to thank everybody for attending. Everybody for your nice comments about Jeff.
Thank you for doing this.
And yeah, I mean, just thanks. And don't forget the GoFundMe is out there. It'll be out there for a while. Feel free. If you can't today, don't worry. It'll be there. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say, but yeah, I wanted to say something. Well, something that Shamir said earlier, he was, in a way, our team captain. So, captain, my captain, sorry we have to say farewell, but I hope to see you on the other side, buddy. That's it. Captain, my captain. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but I hope to see you on the other side.
Love you, Jeff.
Rest easy, my friend.
All right, I can't say anymore. So thanks for being here. Stay safe out there. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
See you next one. Bye, everybody.
See you guys.
Bye.
Thank you for being here.